Hey guys, what's up? This is Ark here, and today I wanted to talk about the Goku versus Superman death battle on screwattack.com. Now, I'm not gonna say, I think that Goku should have won or Superman should have lost, any of those things. There's no reason to say that the end result wouldn't have been the same with Goku dying and Superman winning, but one thing I'd like to point out, though, is that you can't. What ScrewTech did, which was kind of their fault for doing this, and in my opinion, Goku versus Superman, it was really kind of uneven matchup. Like, they're different in a way. Now they're both set to protect Earth. I understand that. That's why they got paired up, and they're also strongest from their universe kind of thing. Superman from DC and Goku from the DBZU. And well, one thing is, what they did was they did the gravity method to judge his power, and well, basically, his speed. I think I don't remember. I remember watching it, but I actually did some reading on it. And what they did was the weights. Whenever he was fighting in the tournament, the otherworld tournament, whenever he was dead, right before the Buu saga really kind of kick-started, before Goku even came back, he couldn't even go Super Saiyan 2 at the time, and all he could really do was go Super Kaioken. And that was his limit. So we know that he couldn't push himself too far at that moment. So really, you can't just judge his lifting strength off of that, because I guarantee by the end of the Buu saga, and the fact that they use Super Saiyan 4 in the fight means that it's like, I don't really know how to explain it, but he's an adult. He's not wearing his GT clothing, but he can turn Super Saiyan 4. And so my theory is they were just guessing at his power level at this point. Like, they had no idea. Well, not his power level, but his power scaling. Power levels, I'll admit, are useless. After Ginyu measured his power at like 180 or 118 or whatever it was. I know it had 108 or something like that. After he measured that, power levels became useless, because like that was the last power reading that actually made like an impact kind of thing to judge how strong Goku's gotten since his fight with Vegeta or Raditz or whatever. It was just to show that he's come a long way. But after that, whenever Vegeta and Frieza kind of fought, his scouter broke whenever Vegeta has reached like 250. So up to that moment, it just kind of became useless to use scouters and how insignificant they really were. But one thing, though, is that you can't judge his speed off a snake way, and you can't judge his power off just the weights and that kind of stuff and the gravity, because every time a Saiyan is injured, no matter like if they're a full blood Saiyan, half Saiyan, 4th Saiyan, 16th Saiyan, I'm not sure if it affects how much they get an energy gain, but I know that they do get an energy gain. Now, this may be, you may get a higher energy gain just being a full blood Saiyan, which, I mean, it doesn't really matter because Goku is a full blood Saiyan along with Vegeta and Nappa and Raditz and Broly, Turles, if you want to count in the movies, and I think those were the only ones that really survived. Oh, and Tarbell, Vegeta's brother. They were the only ones that survived, but it never really shows Tarbell fighting, so. But yeah, so Saiyans, they heal after every battle. So judging his power scale off the gravity, where it was 100 times gravity and all that, you can't judge it off that, because he gains power every time that he fought and he got injured. So for example, he fought Frieza and that raised it up to Super Saiyan. Like, the reason why he had such a higher power level in Super Saiyan than he did before was because he got injured, and then Super Saiyan in a way kind of healed him. Like, if you notice, his battle injuries kind of go away, and yeah. And the same thing with Cell. Whenever he fought Cell, he sacrificed himself, and Cell blew up and killed him and King Kai. Well, Saiyans also heal whenever they die too, and they also have no real limits. Well, they do have limits, but not as much of a limit as they do. Like, it doesn't put strain on their body because they're dead, of course. That's how Goku was able to turn Super Saiyan 3 with no limit whenever he was in Supreme Kai's world, while it was based on his energy, but not like whenever he was on Earth, where it was based on his time left on Earth. So, but the Super Saiyan 4 is the main thing that I wanted to talk about. They were just completely guessing at what his power level could be at Super Saiyan 4. Like, they didn't know his extreme power, they didn't know his speed, and so I'm not going to say that Superman had no advantage at all. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that they had their stats wrong, and I'm fine with Goku losing. You know, I really did want him to win. I thought that was kind of bad judgment that they got their facts wrong, or wrong. They didn't even like try to implement the Saiyans' regeneration. Well, not regeneration, but their power gain after regenerating energy. So they didn't even put that in, which that kind of is what made me do this. And so I just want to say, I don't want to rematch or anything. I think that'd be kind of cool if they did like a fusion battle or something, like Superman and, I don't know, I guess Superman, like Silver Age Superman or something like that, versus Gogeta, something that would be like really cool fighting, not as in depth as Goku versus Superman. But the fact that they had this video, they released it, I believe, they right after the Pikachu and Blanca fight, they released the not preview, but they released that they're gonna do it next, and so they had all this time to work on it, and they didn't have to. Well, they were waiting on the animation guy after the 21st, because that was the set official date, and now it's January the 11th, so about 10-11 days, I think. No. Wait a minute, no, my bad, 20-ish days it's been since they said. So they were just waiting on the animation guy. I'm not sure his name, but yeah, he, like they were saying that he hasn't had any sleep, and so, well, very little sleep, and so props to him for staying up and making the animation. I really liked it. I wish that they could do more death battles like it. I understand that it's going to take longer to do death battles like that, but they should have gotten their facts right. They had like 3 months prior to before they even started the animation to do their facts, and they just kind of, I think with Superman they did a better job than they did with Goku, and they did the same thing with Vegeta and Shadow, and I'm not sure about the others, but I've heard some rage about something about Link and Cloud. I didn't really care about that one though, because I'm not really a fan of Legend of Zelda or Final Fantasy, so I didn't really care about that. I've liked Link though because of Super Smash Bros. So I played as him. But yeah, I just really think that, not that Goku should have won. I would have liked him to have won, but I think they should have at least gotten their stats right, because they can't really measure his stats. Like they did a comparison to Superman, which I think was kind of I don't know, kind of shitty of them. Like, just straight up, really? You can't compare his stats because they never really lift weights besides that one time when King Kai does the weights on him and to show off to South or East or whatever Kai. The Kais, the South, East, and West Kais, to show off to them how strong Goku was compared to, like, Pikkon and all them. Yeah, because he's never actually, like, pulling planets. People are like, oh, well, it takes more effort to pull a planet than blow it up. Well, I'm sorry. Have you pulled a planet? Have you blown up a planet? No, you haven't. You have no idea. Also, the Dragon Ball Z universe is also bigger than the DC universe. Like, their planets are bigger, their solar systems are bigger, and Broly was attacking the South Galaxy, and correct me if I'm wrong, but he did blow up a planet. Yes, he did. He blew up those slave people's planet, so Broly easily did that. He shot like a ki blast at it and blew it up. I don't know. I just thought that it was kind of bad on their part too, because Superman even states, I gotta get above those clouds. Well, I mean, Goku, he was like flying towards the sun. Really? I mean, I understand that Goku's not the brightest, but he's also not that stupid. He's more observant than just to sit there and blast him into the sun. Like, I thought that was really just kind of dumb. Like, and we saw Vegeta, we saw all of them earlier, so why couldn't he just be like, hey, Vegeta, come fuse with me, come bring me Senzu Bean or something like that? Or like, he just asked the sun for energy. He could have asked Vegeta for energy, he could have asked Gohan, Goten, Trunks, the Z fighters like Krillin, all of them. He could ask them for energy, but they're just like, oh no, they just magically disappeared. So I don't know. I was kind of disappointed. I really anticipated it, and it just... I liked the battle. I really did. I think they put a lot of work into it. I did like the battle scenes and all that, but I just don't think that they thought it through as much as they should have. They had 6 months to prepare it, pretty much. So, that's my rant, guys. See you later.